Ladies and gentlemen, it is very clear that as far as the Supreme Court petition is so concerned, Raila Amolo Odinga has won big. Why am I saying that? According to his plea towards these general elections, now here is the list and the big issues that Supreme Court is going to deal with. And in fact, when I was going through these 9 big issues, Raila Odinga's Azimio's plea has been almost answered, because in terms to what they were looking out, or they were like they petitioned this election in the Supreme Court. Now the Supreme Court, through the Chief Justice Martha Koome, has come out to list 9 big issues that now are going to be dealt with in the Supreme Court. And I want us to go through those 9 issues. Then I think everything will be understandable. And I just want to be brief. I don't want to complicate any issues. I want to bring it the way it has been stipulated by the Chief Justice Martha Koome. Now, these are 9 issues that will be addressed in terms to the petition of 9th August general elections. Number 1, whether the technology deployed by the IEBC for the conduct of 2022 general election met the standard. And these standards are: number 1, integrity. Is this election verifiable in terms of security and transparency? Then these 4 standards must guarantee that the result can be verifiable. Number 2, whether there was interference of uploading and transmission of forms 34As from the polling station to the IEBC public portal. And this was actually the argument of Azimio la Umoja when it comes to their petition, that there was problem when it comes to the Form 34A transmission from the polling stations to the IEBC portal. I don't want to complicate things. Know that number 2 is that whether there was interference of Form 34As from the polling stations to the IEBC public portal. Number 3, whether there was difference between the Form 34As uploaded in the IEBC portal and that of returning officers that were availing themselves in the National Tallying Center, that is Bomas of Kenya. Perhaps in another way, court is trying to look at, is there any difference between those Form 34As that was uploaded in the IEBC portal and that the returning officer availed themselves in the National Tallying Center? Because it was been very clear that those Form 34As were, the pictures were taken at that point where there was all agents of different political parties. Then they upload it to the IEBC public portal. To make this to be verifiable, in National Tallying Center, that is Bomas of Kenya, they were to compare the Form 34As that was uploaded in the IEBC portal with that Form 34A that returning officers avail themselves with in the National Tallying Center if they were compatible, yani kama zilikuwa zinafanana. Then number 4, whether the postponement of the elections when it comes to Kakamega County, Mombasa County, Kitui Rural, and other parts, I think certain ward in Meru, Rongai, I think in Nakuru, and some other elections that are bringing this issue. Was there any interference or was there any suppression of voters turnout? Yes, and that is what court is going to look at, and this is the main key that now court wants the argument to be based on. Number 5, whether there was a difference between votes casted for presidential election and other elective seats. And there was a scenario where people have been given 6 ballot papers. Yes, presidential, I think, MCA, member of parliament. I want to start MCA, women rep, senator, member of parliament, and governor. Yes, there are 6. Not 6, 7 or 6, 7. Then you are being given those ballot papers. There was a problem that was being argued that someone has been given ballot papers, but when it comes to voting, he has voted only for 2 people. Then the question is, if this 2 votes is the only that is being reflecting, then it means that other votes might be spoiled vote. But again, in the box of in terms of spoiled votes, there is nothing like that. It's not reflecting there. So the question that we people are asking themselves, where did other ballot papers disappeared to? Yes. Then number 6, whether the IEBC carried out the verification and the declaration were in accordance to the Constitution. I don't want to say what I don't know in terms of the quoting those articles in the Constitution. But the question now is being asked, was IEBC able to carry a verifiable verification? And was the declaration of Wafula Chebukati was in accordance to the Constitution? That is where now the argument must be based on. Then number 7, whether the declared president-elect attained 50+1 vote of votes casted in accordance to the Constitution. And they know how they're going to argue that. And this, I think this argument has been taken, I think the affidavit of Okia Mutata is addressing this issue, whether the president-elect is attained the 50+1%. And also in the other cases that was filed by the Azimio, they also talked about whether William Samoei reached at 50+1%. The number 8, whether there was irregularities that might have affected the final result of the presidential election. So this is now the main issue here. Was these elections having irregularities in terms of the presidential elections result? Yes. And if there is irregularities, how are they going to address this issue? So that is now in the hands of the Supreme Court. Then lastly, number 9, now this is the verdict and what can court grant on the issues. So ladies and gentlemen, I think in terms of what we have seen court addressing now and these 9 best issues, I want to say that now the court has come out to address those allegations and these main points that Azimio la Umoja was arguing for. And this round, I just want to say that let us stay calm, wait for the verdict of the Supreme Court, and everything is gonna be okay. For those who have won election in Mombasa, Kakamega, Embu, Rongai, congratulations. Otherwise, I want to appreciate you so much because of great support. If you're a visitor, please do me a favor, subscribe to this channel. For those who are returning subscribers, I want to say thank you so much. Continue sharing, commenting, and liking our videos. Congratulations to all of us for reaching 11,000 subscribers. Bye bye till we meet on another video.